Okay, we've opened up Rapidworks, which is a program that's associated with Scan Studio. But when we deal with Rapidworks, it really extends and expands the capabilities of Scan Studio. It's best to think of Rapidworks as a reverse engineering software because basically you have a 3D modeling platform built on top of scanner input software. So you'll note almost immediately that it follows the same sort of basic workflow as the scan process outlined in Scan Studios, but in every area the tools have been expanded upon, and there's just so much more that you can do, which is why we use this to do the other work that we need to do. So I'm going to show you two approaches to fusing your model. The first one's pretty straightforward. When you load in your model file, and you note that here you have a feature tree in your model tree, and you think of your features as your inputs. These are all of the elements that make up your models. And you notice that here we have two families, each with 12 scans in it, which is what our original data was. But our model right now is going to be mesh, and we have reference planes. Note that I've turned this off right here. And we also have reference coordinates. Okay, and we also have sort of like our origin, okay, that we can look at, and also we have sort of like a rule here that tells us like this is about 5 millimeters. So it's about a 2-inch model, 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch model when all said and done. So let's go. The next step. We align, we trim. The next step is to fuse, and I'm going to do a very straightforward approach to fusing our model together. Okay, and here this brings up our fuse window. Okay, now you note that this is a preview, this is a check and stop. And what we want to do, the simplest way that we can do this is to make what's known as a clean and manifold solid mesh. That means that it's going to automatically fill in any holes that exist in our model. Okay, it's going to fill in any holes that exist in our model, and we can also have a poly face count that we want in our output. So if you set that to like 500,000, it would output a model that had that many faces, and you could actually sort of dictate what you wanted that to be if you wanted it to be higher. And it's nice being able to do that with the polyface count, because you can sort of, if you're going to use it for different purposes, output models for different purposes, you could do that right here at the fusing stage. So for example, if I were going to bring this into ZBrush, I might want to have a model that only has about 20,000 polygons in it, because that's a really good level to start with a basic level ZBrush model. But I digress. So once I've established that, and we have the high curvature area resolutions, and these are areas of like high transition. You can choose whether or not to do like sparse or dense. We'll just move that over a little bit there, and we could preview it right here, but I'm just going to check it. And while it does that, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to let it run just a little bit so you can get a feel for what the program does. And now I'm going to pause it because this could take some time. Okay, so here is our model that is fused together. And it's a solid manifold mesh, meaning that there are no holes. You notice that we do have some noise where we placed our dots, but we're going to talk about how to fix that. But that was pretty straightforward. Now is an excellent time, okay, to save your Rapidworks file. It's an excellent time to save your Rapidworks file. Okay, and the way that we go about doing that, when we notice that we have this mesh, and if we look at the mesh, let's look at this in detail. We can turn it on and off here. If we open that up and we look at our fuse mesh, and it has 300,000 polygons in it. Okay, it decimated it down to 300,000 polys, which is pretty good. Not quite the 500 that we requested, but 300,000 polys, and that's still a lot for a 2-inch model. And at this point, what I would do is that I would definitely do a file and save. and save this save this file, um, because you'll find that your Rapidworks file are usually about the tenth of the size, or they're significantly smaller, I should say, than your Scan Studio files. And once you've fused your model together at this stage, you can pretty much back up your Scan Studio files, because you won't need them again unless you need to generate another fused model. Okay, and so I'm going to stop this here, and in the next tutorial video, I'm going to show you a way that you can fuse your model together using the Mesh Buildup Wizard. It's another way of building your model. Okay.